2018 was a confusing shit show of a year, but fair play to all the nerds making computer games. They managed to soldier on and chucked out some bangers, like this, and obviously this. 2019's got some massive shoes to fill, so let's have a look at what we got. Straight out of the gate, looking like a New Year's Day mix of spew and regret, is Resident Evil 2. Capcom have been left well and truly off the leash, and the new Resi looks absolutely bogging. Look at the state on this. Feels like someone should be keeping an eye on these lot. Capcom want you to know though, it's not just minging zombies they're into, because they're also into beating up monsters with motorbikes and all. No idea what's going on in Devil May Cry 5, but I think it's something to do with drinking blood.
I must have every last drop to rule the underworld as king.
Speaking of not having a clue of what's going on.
Oh no!
At this point, the Kingdom Hearts timeline feels less like a story written by competent adults and more like it's been scrawled on the wall of some public bogs and human shit.
What?
I mean, what is that? What's he doing? And why are they friends? Anthem? Yeah, that's coming out, innit? We need a good Star Wars game if you ask me, and Respawn's Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order is apparently coming out holiday 2019, which is confusing, especially for my auntie Jackie, who's been on holidays every month since the settlement. Somehow, EA got away with announcing this at their E3 conference by chatting some mug in the audience called Vince.
You'll be playing a Jedi.
Well, I should up so, Vinny, mate.
I bet you the internet is going wild right now.
Aye, I just shit me pants, love. Next game. I was properly excited for Days Gone, but the more I see of it, the more I think the people making it are not well. I mean, look at the mess on this. Bit much, innit? I can't imagine anything happening in the world that was so bad that I'd then be like, right, now my main job is setting fire to people's arms. That's me now. Could still be good though, couldn't it? Nobody has said when Last of Us 2 is coming out, but if it doesn't come out in 2019, then frankly, Naughty Dog need to pull their fingers out. But again, at what point when you're trying to constantly stay alive in a naughty world, do you just look at yourself lobbing off another man's head and just think, this ain't worth it? Just seems like a bit of a stress all the time, doesn't it? Before From Software started making games that people actually pay money for, like Dark Souls and Bloodborne's, they were up to all kinds of shit, like this, Metal Wolf Chaos. It never came out in America or Wales, so Devolver Digital convinced From to re-release it with new graphics and that. They managed to do that with a drunken tweet, which is impressive because all of my drunken tweets are just a Kojima asking him what he's playing at. And in case nobody wants to buy a 14-year-old game about the Vice President of America boshing around in a big mech, From Software have come up with a nice little ninja-themed safety net called Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. It looks absolutely nails, but there's massive mad monks running about, so I'll definitely have a bit on that. Right, we've talked about loads of games coming in 2019. Some of them have guns, some of them have robots in them, but I tell you what, none of them have got a big off monkey going mental in a jail, do they?
Oh, well actually a gorilla is an ape, not a monkey.
Ape Out is being made by a teacher in his spare time. All my teachers did in their spare time was cry and send grotty emails, so fair play to him. I mean, look at it. Best thing is though, it's actually found a way of making jazz good by using it as the soundtrack to a game where a monkey is battering a load of soldiers. The answer was there in front of our eyes all the time, lads. Ape Out is obviously the nailed-on best game of 2019, so don't come at me with any other bollocks, because I'm not listening. Goodbye forever.